The Right Honourable Norman Kirk was New Zealand's 29th Prime Minister, serving in office from 1972 until his sudden death in 1974. He passed away aged 51. His time as Prime Minister was short, but his ideals were clear, including a strong commitment to the welfare of New Zealand and the South Pacific. Born in Waimate, South Canterbury, the late Norman Kirk's legacy and ideals live on today through the Norman Kirk Memorial Trust.
Norm left school when he was only 12 years old because his family didn't have the money for him to continue his education. But he was always incredibly curious, very intelligent and hardworking. And so his first job out of school, he was cleaning gutters for a roof painting company. But he got an apprenticeship as a gas fitter and turner. He worked in railways and in mines and on ferries, always trying to study and gain more qualifications if he needed them, doing correspondence school at night when he was doing shift work and those kinds of things. He came from a working class background and working in the sectors that he worked in, he was always advocating for better pay and conditions for the workers around him. He was very heavily involved in the trade union movement, and that led him into politics.
I was young when he passed away and I cried because here was a leader, and Norman did not have a university education. He was a blue-collar worker. But he was enormously loved, and he had this huge affection for those people who basically were struggling to live a life of dignity.
Norman was a working class leader who was self-educated and knew poverty firsthand. He put more weight on moral values than monetary. He also believed that the government was a public service, not a business one.
His achievements when he was in government, he was Prime Minister for such a short time, for less than 2 years, and he made decisions, enacted policies that still impact on us today and influence how we think about ourselves.
It was people who loved him dearly. When the Norman Kirk Trust deed was set up in 1976 to put money in to support, to be given a second chance. Sometimes people can't come to university straight away, to come to tertiary with those who really need the financial support. And we've got numerous examples of people who receive that support who've done extremely well. And Norm would be smiling big time on our ones. And of course he loved the Pacific. That's why he was loved by our people as well.
Following his tragic death, the Norman Kirk Memorial Trust was established in 1976 to honour Norman's life. The priority is to support people who can benefit from further education, study or training, but need financial help. Since its inception, hundreds of students at schools and training institutions in New Zealand, Fiji and Samoa have been positively impacted, helping to elevate them, their families and communities.
We know that education isn't free, it costs money, and a lot of our whānau probably in the highest deprivation in terms of their ability to afford education. So scholarships give them that hand up. It's not a handout, it's a hand up. Cost of living and rent and mortgages, it's just, those barriers are right there in front of us. So if we can get the support from others to support our tamariki mokopuna, that's going to benefit our iwi, our communities, our hapu and our marae.
So I'm Tana Tanoi. I'm a senior technical designer, which is just a fancy word meaning that I do a lot of prototyping, do a lot of programming, and do a lot of game design.
My name is Seinivivi Lousiale. I'm currently a second year student at Victoria University, studying a conjoined degree, law, and also a BA, double majoring in criminology and political science.
My name is Manate Tenoa. I'm studying international relations and political science with a minor in Samoan, and I study at Victoria University of Wellington.
My name is Misipa, and I'm studying a Bachelor of Laws and a Bachelor of Commerce in Victoria University.
Being able to get up and do the thing that I've always wanted to do every day is really amazing.
I wanted to be a lawyer ever since I grew up. Not only that my parents kept talking about it, but I've seen them, wanting to see their children thrive and do what they love.
I want to get through uni, get a good job so I can give back to them, give back to my family, the islands, help them out, give back to my siblings, and then also give back to my community.
I immediately think of the way it helped boost my confidence at uni. Informally, when you know you've got a scholarship, you stand in a different way, you stand in a different light, and my family are all in Tonga. And so it's really nice to have that backbone, that support that the Norman Kirk Scholarship gives.
The software engineering, or the engineering degrees in general, they're not that easy. And I know that I had to do a lot of work, and I had to work while doing my degree, and having a scholarship provide the belief and the monetary support gets me that push to really get me through the rest of the degree.
Because not only that it had helped me to where I am today, but it gave me that boost start for not only to lessen that financial burden that I had, not only just myself, but with my parents as well.
The Norman Kirk Scholarship helps me a lot in different ways. So coming up, I'm the eldest as well of my family, so being the first one to go to uni and the first in my family, and my siblings look up to me. It's a lot of you feel a lot of pressure. You feel like, can I do this? Am I good enough? Will I make it? So I think the Norman Kirk Scholarship helps both financially, because my family, they have to look after my other siblings as well as their family back home, because they're an islander custom. You have to send money back to the family.
Norm's life and legacy is still so relevant in New Zealand today. There are so many people, young people, who still find themselves in situations of hardship, and they may feel that they cannot pursue the educational training that they want to.
I would encourage people to feel a sense of contentment and joy, to donate to this. And for me, it's really important that those who receive a scholarship continue to also give back, and that it's about reciprocity, it's about give and take. It's like our exchange of e tonga, right? So you invest in these ones, they get their degrees, then you hope they will also give back. So it goes round, and then everybody feels fulfilled.
I can't give enough thanks, so instead I'm doing the work. And I'm out here, I'm on the board, I'm volunteering my time, and I'm going out to communities and helping there where I can.
I would say a really, really big thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you guys for encouraging me to further my studies.
I think the biggest way to say thank you for the Norman Kirk is to just simply keep going through my uni, finishing my degree, and then setting up systems in place that can eventually help others from my community and give them a chance.
I just want to mihi to the Norman Kirk Memorial Trust. It's been 50 years since he's passed. The Māori Education Trust has had that relationship for most of those 50 years, and wants to have it for another 50 years. So, my kōrero to those that are looking to donate, kia kaha. We need you. And for those that are looking for scholarships, well, anei, this is one, Norman Kirk Memorial Trust, in terms of finding a pathway to higher education. Kia kaha kia tātou huri noa, tēnā koutou katoa.